In a small village, a young girl named Lila was helping out at the local market, arranging fruits and vegetables on the stall of Mr. Brown when she accidentally knocked over a jar of honey, spilling it all over Mr. Brown's new boots. Mr. Brown was furious and scolded Lila loudly. Just then, Mrs. Clark, Mr. Brown's regular customer, approached the stall. Lila, with tears in her eyes, asked Mr. Brown for her day's earnings. Mr. Brown begrudgingly tossed a few coins at her and continued to rant as Mrs. Clark watched the scene quietly. The next week, Lila saw Mrs. Clark at the market and offered to carry her bags to her car. Mrs. Clark agreed and asked Lila why she was working in the market instead of going to school. Lila pointed towards a small boy playing with rocks nearby, her younger brother. She explained that their parents had left them, and she had to take care of him as they had no other family. Mrs. Clark listened silently while Lila helped her with the groceries. Suddenly, Mr. Brown saw Lila talking to his best customer and hurried over, yelling, "Leave her alone, you're just a nuisance!" He grabbed Lila by the arm to pull her away. Mrs. Clark was shocked. "Mr. Brown," she said sternly, "when I was in trouble last winter, you helped me without asking for anything in return. Why can't you show the same kindness to this young girl?" Then turning to Lila, she continued, "Don't worry about your brother and you. I'll help you both." This simple act of understanding from Mrs. Clark changed Lila's life, showing that compassion can indeed make a big difference.